Hi everyone, welcome back. I am Wendi Blum and thank you so much for being here. Today I want to share something with you that's deeply personal. I pulled out my journal from 2014. I started keeping a journal like this in 2009 and it completely changed my life in every area of my life. When I thought about writing down my goals, that was one level, and when I started doing that, things started to shift in my life. But then when I thought about the idea of actually writing out my story and looking at each category of my life and getting really clear about what I wanted to create, that's when I started getting a journal like this. I picked up this journal. I wanted something that was really pretty, that called to me. This is a leather journal. It's red. It's got a heart on it. And so this is my dedicated journal that I wrote in 2014, but I wrote forward for what I wanted to create in the year 2015. And when I think about when we plan our birthday party, how much energy we put into it, whether it's a birthday party for our kids, whether it's a birthday party for a friend, we think about the space where we want to hold the party. We think about what we want to wear. We'll spend hours going to the shopping center to pick out just the perfect shoes. And then we plan the menu, and then we plan the list, and we send out the invitation. We put hours and hours and hours and weeks in planning a birthday party, but we don't put that same amount of time in planning our lives. And when I took that into my heart, it was quite astonishing to think, why not? We're worthy of having a great party, i.e. we're worthy of having a great life. So I started this process back in 2010. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes and I'm going to share with you this journal. So what I had learned in personal growth is about 70% of what you write down happens. 70%, you guys, that's crazy. If you write it down and you really believe that it could happen, that you're not just writing crazy ideas. Hey, listen, you write down some crazy ideas because 70% of it's going to happen. And then you revisit your journal from time to time. It goes from being unlikely of happening to being probable of happening because we start to filter in the right people and the action steps that we need to take, and we start strengthening our belief system because we start to see the vision and the picture of this new story. We're always creating our story. So I'm going to read to you from the very beginning. So I wrote this in September 2014, but I went forward using reverse engineering, and I wrote as if it was December 31st, 2015, a year later. And I said, this past year has been a year of miracles and blessings. Looking back to 2014, I'm so incredibly grateful. I fully embraced personal growth. I attended workshops and classes and I grew. I took the time to revisit every area of my life. Health and wellness, relationships, relationship with self, with family, with friends, business, what I wanted to create in my career, and money and finances and adventure, relationships. This past year, I have really bonded with both of my sons, Daniel and Corey, and we've had so many good times together and laughed and had meaningful conversations together. And then I even have a section on humility. This past year, 2015, I have been humbled by all of the good fortune that has come my way. And in 2014, I wrote in the category of home, I am living in the most beautiful living space surrounded by the sea. surrounded by the beach and seashells, living on the ocean, looking out the beautiful windows and seeing the turquoise waters. I love living here. I'm living in my dream home, and the opportunity to live here was a gift from the heavens. And that was in 2014 when I didn't live on the ocean. And within a year, I was looking outside of the window from this new beautiful living space, and I could have never guessed that could have happened. More profound than I even wrote on the pages in this book. And so every area I would just go deeper and deeper and deeper and anchor these feelings and these desires into my heart. And then I summarize. I make a couple like index cards like this so that I can quickly just read them. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote in September 2014 when I finished this journal. It's with love and gratitude that I ask the divine universe to rain blessings and good fortune over my life in the way of beautiful relationships with my two wonderful sons and a fulfilling, intimate relationship. And I left that blank. At that time, I didn't even know Harry. It's been my life up 3.5 years later, and I'm engaged and we're getting married this year. I continue to grow courageous and to move through what feels uncomfortable. I am a loving partner, daughter, mother, sister, friend, and teacher. May all of my relationships, the connections that I have, be based, heart and soulful. And may I feel internal love from the inside out. May I honor and respect myself and others, and have lots of laughter and good experiences. And it is with love and gratitude that I express my deepest appreciation, and so it is. So this is just an idea of a card. My process for the most part has stayed the same. I've enhanced it a little bit. Now I create on my mirrors and in my vision board a little bit more detail and combining, because I believe everything is a compounding effect, and that's what I want to share here on my channel, ways that you can create an amazing life and a prosperous business that helps a lot of people. So thanks so much for being here. If you like what you hear here, you can like below and comment and subscribe to my station, and may you be divinely blessed.